today I thought I'd share with you a really quick and easy recipe, which is my kind of go-to recipe when I can't be bothered to make biryani, which is one of my all-time favorites. But biryani does take a few hours, and I will share a recipe with you for that at some point. But in the meantime, I thought I'd share my quick and easy chicken pilau recipe, which is really simple to put together and literally takes half an hour once you've done all the prep. It's really cold and gloomy outside at the moment. You know, we're in November, we're in second lockdown in London, England, and I thought, why not cheer us all up with, you know, some pilau? So while I'm at it, I thought I'd share it with you as well, and hope you guys enjoy making this recipe. So let me show you how quick and easy it is to put together, and let's get started. So here's what we'll need for our chicken pilau. Firstly, we've got 900 grams of chicken on the bone, 600 grams of basmati rice. We're going to wash and drain this before using. 2 large onions, finely sliced, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, and a 2-inch piece of ginger, which I'm going to whiz up in the blender before using. We'll also need some whole spices. So I've got 2 bay leaves here, 2 sticks of cinnamon, 4 cardamom pods, 4 cloves, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and also 2.5 teaspoons of salt. For the ground spices, I have 2.5 teaspoons of cumin and 2.5 teaspoons of coriander, plus 1 teaspoon each of ground turmeric, hot chili powder, Kashmiri chili powder, and garam masala. Next, we're going to blitz up the garlic and ginger. So I've got my trusty little blender here. We'll also need 100 milliliters of flavorless oil. So I've got vegetable oil here, and also 6 whole green chilies. These are frozen, so they look a little bit frosty if you're wondering. And now let's get started. So to get started, we're going to need a large pot. This is very big, so make sure you have a large pot handy with a lid also. And now we're going to put the flame up to high and add the oil. So let the oil heat up for about 20 seconds or so, and then add the whole spices. Stir this around for about 10 seconds or so. Now we're going to add the garlic and ginger. As you saw earlier, we made it into a paste, a coarse paste. So this is about 3 tablespoons worth. So once the garlic and ginger goes in, we're just going to stir it around for about 20 seconds. We just want to soften the garlic and ginger but not brown them. And then we're going to add our onions. Add the salt. Now we're going to cook this until the onions are soft and light golden for around 8 minutes. The onions have been cooking for around 5 minutes now. You can see they've softened, but they've not taken on any colour. So I'm just going to cook this for a couple more minutes until they turn light golden, and then we'll add our ground spices. The onions are ready. They've taken on a really nice light golden colour, as you can see. We've been cooking this for about 10 minutes. And now we're going to reduce the heat to medium and add the ground spices. And give everything a stir. And we're going to cook the spices out for about a minute or so. You can see the onions are looking great with the addition of the spices. It smells amazing, very aromatic. This pilau will be so delicious. It's not going to be hot spicy, just very fragrant. Okay, now we're going to add our chicken. So the chicken has gone in, and now we're going to stir everything together until it's well combined and the chicken is coated in all the spice mixture. So once the chicken is coated properly in the spices, we're just going to add a little water to the side. So we've added 150 milliliters of water, give this a little stir, and now we're going to cover and cook this on medium-low heat for 5 minutes. For the next stage, we're going to need some hot water, so make sure to put a kettle of water on the boil, and we're going to add that after we've added the rice. So it's been 5 minutes. I'm just going to open the lid and see what it looks like. So it's coming along nicely. You can see the chicken is bubbling away. Let's give this a stir. So the chicken is looking really delicious. There's a little bit of a gravy there and the colour looks fantastic. So now it's time to add the rice. So just added in the rice, and once the rice goes in, we're going to stir this really well for about a minute or so, just to make sure the rice has incorporated all those lovely flavours. So this is over medium heat, and we're just going to kind of toast the rice for about a minute before we add the water. And now we're going to add hot water, so just lower the heat while you grab the hot water. It's really important to remember not to add too much water, so the water needs to just cover the chicken and rice mixture, so about half an inch above or just maybe 2 centimeters above the rice. But let's get started with the water amount. I'm going to add 500 milliliters to begin with. Just add it to the sides like this. So when you add the water, roughly mix everything a little bit. That way you can see how much water is actually in the pot and it's not just sitting on top of the rice. So just do this. So the water I've added has just covered the rice, but it hasn't gone over the chicken. So I'm going to add just a tiny touch more. So this is what your pot should look like once you've added in the hot water. I've added a total of 750 milliliters here, and you can see that the chicken pieces are not fully submerged, they're just kind of peeping out from the water. So now we're going to turn the heat up to high and simmer this for a few minutes. So now turn the heat up to high and bring this to a boil, and we're going to gently simmer everything until the rice is almost done, and we'll go on to the next step. So the rice has been cooking for about 5 minutes now over high heat. You can see there are little bubbles all over the surface of the rice. So now I've just added in another 150 milliliters of hot water and brought this to a boil again, and now we're going to give everything a stir. So stir very gently. What I do is take the back of a spoon, just add it to the side and lift it over. This way you don't end up breaking the rice. Now we're going to add our green chilies. So in total, we've added 900 milliliters of water to this. So now we're going to cover with the lid, place the heat on very low and cook this for about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and check. It's been 10 minutes. We've been cooking this on very low heat. There's a little steam coming out from the sides, which is a good sign. And now we're going to open the lid and give this a very gentle stir and see if the rice has fully cooked. Wow, look at that. It smells amazing, really fragrant since I've added the green chilies in as well. So now I'm going to give this a gentle stir. And again, as I said earlier, stir from the sides very carefully so you don't end up breaking the rice. So guys, I have given the rice a stir and it is pretty much cooked, so I'm going to just cook this for another 5 minutes covered. Time to check our pilau. Look at that, doesn't that look beautiful? A giant pot of steaming chicken pilau. Got a nice platter here, so I'm just going to serve up the rice. You can see the grains are not sticking together, so which is a good sign. It's a beautiful golden saffrony colour. Now, doesn't this look amazing? Really quick and easy to make, and literally took me half an hour. And look how beautiful it looks. You've got the chicken pieces in there, the chilies, the really nice golden hued rice. So delicious, warm, spicy, but not hot, and really comforting, perfect for this weather. And I know you're going to absolutely love this. And if you did, please give it a like, comment, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time.